Most men don't realize what's destroying them. It's not lack of talent. It's not even lack of time. It's the chaos in their minds. They wake up already distracted, scattered, pulled in 100 directions with no plan, no order, no purpose. Their thoughts grow like wild vines, loud, messy, uncontrollable. That's a mind left unattended. That's a mental jungle. But high performers, they don't live in that jungle. They train their minds like warriors train their bodies. They build clarity, intention, deliberate focus. They don't let everything grow. They choose what stays, what dies, and what gets watered. That's the difference. A poor mindset reacts. A rich mindset curates. A powerful mind is not a gift. It's a design, built through strategy, discipline, and daily decisions. Just like a garden, it takes structure, routine, maintenance. You don't plant something once and expect it to thrive. You show up every day and cultivate it. So ask yourself, are you feeding your mind with noise or precision? Are you letting in everything and everyone, or are you protecting your mental gates? Because everything you allow in, what you watch, what you read, who you listen to, shapes what grows in your head. You think your lack of focus is random? It's not. It's designed by distraction. If you want power, start pruning. Cut what doesn't serve. Eliminate what scatters you. Choose your inputs like a soldier choosing his weapon. Because your mind isn't a playground. It's a battlefield. And the undisciplined don't survive. If this hit you, subscribe now. Because this isn't about feeling better. It's about thinking sharper and building a mind that obeys you. Most people don't fail because they choose the wrong path. They fail because they try to walk every path. They say yes to everything that feels good, that looks good, that gives them a quick hit of comfort. But the focused man, he doesn't want everything. He wants what matters. He wants what moves him forward, strategically, precisely, relentlessly. A powerful mind doesn't chase every opportunity. It filters with purpose. It asks one question: does this move me closer to my vision? If the answer is no, even if it feels good, even if it sounds exciting, it's gone. Focus requires sacrifice. Discipline demands boundaries. And greatness? It's built on brutal clarity. You don't level up by adding more. You level up by removing what doesn't belong. A man on a mission doesn't flirt with distractions. He doesn't touch what drains his energy. He doesn't chase everything that's possible. He commits to what's essential and ignores the rest. That's what separates average from elite. Average minds try to manage everything. Elite minds eliminate everything that isn't aligned. That includes people, habits, conversations, and even opportunities that look good, but don't serve the mission. You want focus? Start cutting. Start saying no to what used to be a yes. Start protecting your vision like your life depends on it. Because it does. Because every time you settle for good enough, you delay the version of you that was built for more. Good isn't harmless. Good is seductive. Good keeps you comfortable, and comfort keeps you weak. If you want to build a sharp mind, you have to be willing to walk away from good so you can rise into great. Focus is not something you're born with. It's something you build, day by day, moment by moment, decision by decision. The reason most people can't focus isn't because they're broken. It's because they've trained themselves to be distracted. Every time they reach for their phone mid-task, every time they abandon a goal the second it gets uncomfortable, every time they say, just 5 minutes, they're reinforcing a weak, scattered mind. The mind doesn't stay sharp on its own. Like a muscle, it deteriorates when you stop using it with discipline. And just like a body trained for war, a focused mind is conditioned in silence, in repetition, in resistance. It's trained when you say no to distractions no one else would question, when you stay locked in while others take breaks, when you choose deep, uncomfortable thinking instead of cheap entertainment. Focus is not about working harder. It's about clearing the noise. It's choosing the one thing that matters and cutting everything else, even if it's appealing, even if it's comfortable. It's the refusal to let your attention be hijacked by the meaningless. In a world designed to fracture your brain into a million pieces, focus is rebellion. Focus is war. You want to change your life? Start by changing your attention. Track it. Own it. Protect it like it's your only weapon, because it is. Your ability to win, to build, to grow depends entirely on what you can hold in your mind without letting it slip. If your focus is weak, it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to fix it. You won't become unstoppable by accident. You'll become unstoppable by training your mind to obey you, to return to what matters, to stay locked in when everyone else checks out. Repetition is your teacher, elimination is your tool, and commitment is your power. Train your mind every day, or someone else will. If you don't train your mind to obey you, the world will do it for you. And the world doesn't want you focused. It wants you compliant. It wants you scrolling, reacting, doubting. Because a distracted man is easy to sell to, easy to manipulate, easy to control. That's why your attention is the most valuable currency you have, and you're giving it away for free. Every time you check your phone out of boredom, you're handing over control. Every time you jump from one task to another without finishing, you're teaching your brain that chaos is normal. Every time you break your own word, just 5 more minutes, I'll get to it later. You're weakening your mental authority, and weak minds don't lead, they follow. A focused mind is a dangerous thing. It doesn't wait to feel ready. It doesn't ask for comfort. It doesn't need validation. It simply moves. It executes. It creates. Because the man who controls his mind controls his direction, his energy, and eventually his entire reality. But that control doesn't come from wishing. It comes from structure, from systems, from creating a mental environment that rewards depth, clarity, and discipline. That means waking up with intention. That means choosing your inputs with precision. That means filtering your time, your content, your relationships with brutal honesty. A powerful man protects his mind like a warrior protects his weapon, because he knows if his mind goes soft, everything else falls with it. So ask yourself, who's running your mind right now? You or everything around you? You don't need more time. You need less noise. You don't need more goals. You need less mental clutter. Command your focus or stay owned by distraction. Focus is not some abstract idea you chase once a week. It's a pattern of small decisions made every single day. The man who stays focused isn't more talented. He's more intentional. He doesn't wake up and hope for clarity. He creates it with action, with order, with ruthless prioritization. You don't build a disciplined mind by reading about it. You build it when you decide what matters each morning and then follow through. One clear objective per day. One priority that gets done no matter what. That's how clarity forms. Not in theory, but in execution. Most people sabotage themselves with complexity. They make long lists, jump between goals, multitask themselves into exhaustion. But the mind isn't designed to chase 10 things. It's designed to lock into one. And when you learn to identify and execute that one mission each day, your confidence rises, your mental fog clears, and your vision starts to take shape. Success isn't found in big moves. It's built in the boring, disciplined repetition of doing what matters, even when it's not exciting, even when no one is watching. The man who wins is the one who treats focus like a skill, not a mood. So set the rule. One non-negotiable per day. One thing that gets done, even if it's uncomfortable, inconvenient, or invisible. Because every time you keep that promise to yourself, you're not just building discipline, you're building identity. And identity is what holds everything else together. Your mind sharpens, your direction solidifies, and the chaos that used to run your day, it disappears. Not because life got easier, but because you became stronger. In a world addicted to distraction, the man who can focus becomes unstoppable, not because he knows more, but because he finishes what others abandon. He locks in while they scroll. He sharpens while they escape. He builds while they drift. That's the separation. Most people are mentally broke, not because they lack intelligence, but because they've sold their attention to everything and everyone. But focus, real focus, that's ownership. That's power. That's the ability to say, this is who I am. This is what I'm building, and nothing pulls me off track. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more time. You need clarity. You need intention. You need to wake up, look your excuses in the face, and get to work, deliberately, consistently, with zero tolerance for chaos. This isn't just about productivity. This is about who you become when your mind finally listens to you, when it stops reacting and starts creating, when you stop being the victim of your thoughts and become the commander of your vision. If this message hit you, drop a comment right now. I own my focus. And if you're done with the noise, the excuses, the delays, subscribe now. Because the world doesn't reward the distracted, it rewards the obsessed. And focus is your edge.